actually, the movie itself is Roberto Duran's movie. You know, because people will say, Ray, hey man, your movie. I said, I don't have a movie yet. And it's Roberto Duran, The Hands of Stone. And Usher is playing me. And I had a chance to go to his home and his training camp, and I was very impressed. In fact, quite impressed with what I saw, what he was able to execute, the proper way of throwing punches, and the way he moves and slides around, and the ring, and his hand speed. And he pulled up his shirt and he had like a 8-pack. He said, you got to take 2 of those off, and I only had 6, you know. So I think he's going to shock a lot of people, man, because he really worked his butt off. He worked so hard. He almost worked too hard, and I'm excited about it.
Okay, so did you actually pick him to play you?
No,
how did that work?
I don't know. I don't know how he came about. I just heard through naturally social media and friends that, yeah, I heard that Usher's playing you. I said, I didn't. That's not true. And when we finally connected, no question about it, it was true.
Okay, so some people say, I mean, that you guys kind of look alike, and I'm like, I don't see that at all. I mean,
well, when you put a bush or put an afro on something,
yes,
that's the I think that's the key.
Okay, so did he ask you questions?
Yeah.
What's the research like?
Well, his research was amazing and very consistent. I said, Usher, whatever you want to ask me, just send me a text or just call me. And he called me about a number of things. You know, what did I do before the night before the fight, the morning of the fight, when I decided to fight, whether it's Tommy Hearns or Marvin Hagler, but particularly Roberto Duran. How did I stay focused against Duran? What did I feel when Duran beat me back in 1980 in June? You know, he asked me some very good questions.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so did you get in the ring with them? That's what I want to know. Did y'all get in the ring?
No. I think we signed a contract or an agreement that we wouldn't fight each other. You know, he wouldn't hit me, I wouldn't hit him.
But you didn't get in the ring. You didn't. I'm not talking about a fight, but did y'all get in the ring together?
You'll see.
Oh, but no, man.
I can't disclose everything. Okay, I can't give you everything.
Shout out to Usher and Grace on this. Now, excited about the film. On to boxing. As far as I just came back from the Mayweather fight.
Yes.
Let's just talk about the game as it is. It's the boxing game and how it's changed from when you were doing it to what we see now with Mayweather, De La Hoya controlling the boxing promotions and pay-per-view and Showtime, and it's very different from when you were doing it.
It's different in a sense that because they are they're stars, no question about that. Mayweather, and when the Oscar was around, Oscar was a star, and he had control. He could call the shots. He could monopolize. I mean, he could do whatever he wanted to do.
He can fight who he wants to fight.
Pretty much, yeah,
okay.
Pretty much. And is there anything wrong with that? No, but then again, at some point, the fans don't get to see what they want to get to see.
Exactly.
You know, that highly anticipated Pacquiao fight. Naturally, I was disappointed, but from a business standpoint, they see it from a different dollar and cent perspective.
Mm-hmm.
So it's finance, it's money. For anyone to say that Mayweather is afraid of Pacquiao, that's not true. This man can fight. This man can back up his words.
Mm-hmm. So you think it's really primarily a business thing, or why they haven't fought so far?
It's a business thing. I mean, any fighter that thinks someone else can beat him shouldn't be fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You with me?
Yes, yes indeed. But back in your day, you didn't duck nobody.
No.
You fought everybody. You guys came to terms, even though there might have been a disagreement about money or how it was going to happen. The fights always happen, and we don't see that today. Well, that's very disappointing for me as a fan of boxing.
And I appreciate that. And the fact that back in my era and Ali's era, you know, there was a thing called contender. That meant if you was number 10 or number 5 contender, number 3 contender, number 1 contender, the chances are you're going to fight for the title because you've earned that. They don't even use the term contender. I never heard them say, well, you know, Joe Smo is number 3 contender in the world. That meant something, but now it doesn't mean anything. Also, there's too many self-governing bodies. WBC, WBA, IBU, UBME. I mean, all these, really, I'm not being facetious because it's just too many. I think it dilutes the championship. It takes away from what we work our hearts for. We work so hard for to become. But boxing, I'm an optimist. Boxing will always bounce back.
Mm-hmm.
We just need more stars. We just need more people, more fighters exposed on television, network television. That too was a plus for me. A lot of my fights were on, whether it was Wild World of Sports or CBS or NBC. I was all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
That's priceless.
But the current state of boxing, the way it is right now, because it's kind of like a show. It's kind of like wrestling, WWE. It doesn't seem real. It doesn't have that authenticity. So isn't it going to be kind of hard to bring that back to network television and these big ass fights if we don't see it become real again, like when you were doing it?
Well, it is real, but you're right. It's what's happening. It's all about shock value, because with social media and what have you, you put your pants down. Naturally, you get on the air and whatever. Or if you do something really wild and crazy, you have better chances of being publicized. Sometimes it loses the quality in trying to gain the fame.
Mm-hmm. So, 2 more questions. What's the last big fight you went to?
The last big fight that I went to, it was Pacquiao and Marquez, when Pacquiao
got beat that night.
Yeah, that was quite shocking.
Mm-hmm.
They always say, he's just one punch away from a victory. That's a lot to be said about that. Because sometimes when a fighter can punch, if he lands that punch can turn the tables around.
Right, and it definitely did, and we know that knockout cost Pacquiao millions.
No, and more zeros.
Billions of dollars.
For sure.
Wow. So, do you think it's going to happen? Mayweather versus Pacquiao?
Some good sources, I don't want to say reliable sources, but some good sources say that there's a good chance it may happen. Again, it's a fight that I would watch without question. Mm-hmm. It's when your palms sweat for a fight, that's when you know it's a good fight.
Right, people are salivating. They want to see it regardless.
Salivate, yes, exactly, salivate.
Regardless of what the circumstances are. I mean, him getting Pacquiao getting knocked out by Marquez. I mean, it's like I don't hear no one saying, "Hey, look, we want to see Mayweather fight Marquez." Nobody's saying that.
Yes.
Crazy. God bless you and your work. Thank you so much for all you've done for the DC community and also boxing as a whole. We appreciate you.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.